back to my channel. Today is Vlogmas Day 20. I definitely have been inconsistent. However, I didn't say that I was going to do all the days. I said I was going to do it when I felt it. And today I'm feeling it. So I got to make a quick trip to the mall. I was like, let me do my hair. And then I was on a FaceTime with my girls and we were talking about something that is just, it's simple, but I think a lot of people need to be made aware of this, right? But before we get into the video, thank you to my returning subscribers and welcome to my new ones. All right, let's get into it real quick. I'm gonna just briefly go over some of my icks, right? I've been hearing this word a lot lately. I never really called it that, but that's what everybody's calling it as. Ick. Basically, an ick, if you don't know, is something that you just don't like. Something that gets on your nerves, whether it's a person, thing, place, whatever it is. And for me, I would say the first ick, and this is anywhere I go. Like, it don't matter the restaurant. I need a new spray bottle, by the way, because this one is, I broke it. It's like it, anyway. All this gel, this dried up gel here. It's for me, it's undercooked meat, right? So I am definitely one of those people. I'm not trying to get sick. Salmonella, E. coli, all of that good stuff, food poisoning, none of that. I've been through that. Like, as of recent, I went through that. I went to a place, I'm not gonna name the name because I'm just not gonna do it. But I was at my girl's house and she ordered from this particular place and we got the wings. These are smoked wings, right? And we got the wings and I first looked at them and I was like, these look soft. First of all, I'm already a stickler about my wings anyway. I like them to be really crispy. I don't like soft wings. That's why I don't like Domino's wings. If you do, I'm sorry, but I don't like Domino's wings, pizza, none of them places because they just don't do it. I need it to crunch. I need the, that's what I need for the wing. So anyway, she ordered from this particular place. We got the wings. And I looked at them and I immediately knew these are gonna be too soft. And she said, no, they really are soft. She was like, well, what I normally do is, she said she puts them in the oven. And I was like, okay, so she does what I do sometimes, you know, crisp them up, put them in the air fryer, whatever the case is. So we did that. And then when I got them, they were still like kind of pinkish on the inside. And she was like, oh, that's because they're smoked, right? I don't know the difference between smoked meat versus like baked or salted. I don't know all of that. That's not for me. That's not my department, right? So I was like, all right, I'll try it, whatever. Super soft, like I said, and they didn't even taste good. Like, let's not even get into the fact that they wasn't cooked right all the way. I hate sweatshirts because they just, anyway, it just didn't taste good. Like, there was no flavor on it. Like, I've been to this place before. I just didn't get the wings. I got like some type of chicken wrap and it was better. The chicken wrap was way better. These wings were just like not, they were just not doing what they were supposed to do at all. So, you know, but I thought they were cooked. I thought everything was, you know, was gravy or whatever. So I continued to eat them. Didn't have a lot. I probably, in total, probably only had like 2 wings, if I'm being honest. I probably only had like a good 2, right? When I tell y'all that next day, whoo, boy, it came back with a vengeance. I'm gonna spare y'all the details, but if you've had food poisoning, you already know what happened. It was bad. I mean, it was bad. I thought I was dying. I really thought that I was dying. But anyway, yeah. So that for me is my most top ick. If I had to say it, I can't stand it. And I don't care where I go. I'm gonna tell the waiter, if I'm getting anything that has a chicken dish, which for me is pretty much all the time because I only eat chicken and seafood. I do not eat red meat and I do not eat pork. That is by choice. It's not a medical thing. It's just by choice. And so I tell the waiter, I was like, yo, I want my meat well done. And you can't really always say well done because a lot of places to them, well done is you got the sear marks or the grill marks on top, but then the inside is still kind of soft. And no, I tell them, I take it a step further. I'd be like, just leave it. Forget about it. Burn it. And people laugh at me when I say that, but it's because I don't play around when it comes to meat not being cooked all the way. I don't do it. Even when I used to eat red meat, like way back, it's been what, like, I think it's like 13 years now or 15 years now. Even when I used to get my steaks, and y'all probably gonna hate me for this, but I get my steaks well done, super well done, and then I would slather it with A1 sauce. And my old boss used to hate that because he's like, you're taking the whole flavor away. It's not even a steak anymore. And I'm like, okay, so then what is it? It's still a steak. This is the way I like it. Just because you like yours bloody, that don't mean nothing. I'm not eating no meat with no blood in it. What are you talking about? Absolutely not. So yeah, I tell them to burn it. You know, hey, stop it. Stop. Freaking cats killing me. They just turned 1, 5 days ago. And it seems like they're going through the terrible twos already. Anyway, yeah. So that's my first ick. I do not like undercooked meat at all. Even if let's just take out the part of that you can possibly get sick. Let's take that out the equation altogether. To me, it's also about the consistency of the meat, because if it's not cooked all the way, it's going to be gummy and it's going to be chewy. Nobody wants to eat chewy meat. Like, that's not even appetizing, right? There's nothing for my taste palate, nothing at all. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. Okay. My second ick, and this is really good with the upcoming holiday, and this is for no particular race, because this really could be whoever. I'm gonna need everybody to season their food. Now, hear me out for a second. Hear me out. If you're not a cook, right? If you don't do this on a regular basis, not just the holidays, but on a regular basis, if you don't do this, don't do it on a holiday. Because the holiday is not the time to be experimenting with food that you saw on TikTok when somebody else was doing a recipe. This is not the time. This is not the time. This is not the time. I'm going to say it, okay? This is not the time for y'all to be doing that. You need to know what you're cooking. If you're only good at mac and cheese, stick to that mac and cheese, Brenda. You know what I'm saying? Don't do nothing extra. Don't try to sit here and fry a turkey if all you know how to do is make cranberry sauce. You understand what I'm saying? Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. With that being said, if you invite me to your house and it doesn't have seasoning on it, do not be offended if I go and get hot sauce, salt, pepper, garlic powder, whatever it is that I feel like the meal is missing. Don't get offended. Because some people do that too. My grandmother used to say that, oh, you putting all the seasoning on there and you haven't even tasted it. I can look at food and tell if it's going to be seasoned right. Because I have that gift. I don't know if everybody has that gift, but I can look at something and be like, nah, this is not going to be hitting. It's just not going to be hitting. And I cannot eat bland food. I despise bland food. I mean, I would rather relax my hair than eat bland food. So that should tell y'all the level of seriousness that I have with that. It's not supposed to be that way. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in the Bible that says, thou shalt season food. Pretty sure. I can't tell you what chapter it's in, but I'm pretty sure it's in there. So yeah, just, eat your food well done, and please, for the love of God, season it. And I understand that everybody has different ways of making their food. Like people have different ways of making mac and cheese and making turkey and this and this, and that's fine. That's fine. Nobody's debating whatever family recipe you guys have. That's not what we're talking about. We're simply talking about people who don't know how to season stuff. And in case, I'm getting excited. In case y'all are not clear, seasoning does not mean only salt and pepper. It does not only mean salt and pepper. You need to get some Cajun seasoning in there. Garlic powder should always be a staple. If you do not have garlic powder in your pantry, in your cabinet, just lose my number altogether. Adobo, paprika. Let's talk about paprika. Paprika is not a seasoning. Why? Because paprika does not have a taste. It is for color. Now, if you get ground paprika, smoked paprika. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about garlic. If you get smoked paprika, that's different. That does have a taste. It's going to give you like a smoky flavor. And if you're into that kind of food, then you're going to love it. But regular paprika, it don't have no taste to it. And if it does, it's mad small. It's just, that's to put on top of your deviled eggs or put on top of your macaroni and cheese, stuff like that. It's not to sit here and carry the entire meal. I need to wash my hair. That's why this puff is just not looking right. It's only been a week, but whatever. Yeah. So what other seasonings? We have, you can use marinades. Marinate your food, right? If you are unsure about the seasonings, make it a day earlier. Make a nice marinade for it. That way the seasonings have enough time to like absorb and just get all in the meat and get all in the nooks and crannies. And make sure you slice your meat. Not after it's cooked. You want to slice it while it's raw. That way, again, everything kind of seep in there. Okay? Like, it's very simple. It's very simple. You can go to YouTube. You can actually go to TikTok. And you can look at a lot of these ways that people season their food. There are a plethora of seasonings that you can use. There's no reason why your meat should taste like paper. There's absolutely no reason. I'm sorry. Or better yet, it just... Listen. Just season the food. I'm sorry. I'm having like anxiety talking about it. I really am having anxiety about this. Another ick that I have is, and this might be along the lines of not necessarily being petty, but I feel like it's common courtesy, right? If you are having a gathering at your place for the holidays, for whatever, and you know that some of the people that you're inviting do not get along with each other. Now, by all means, it's your house. You can do what you want to do. However, I feel like as a common courtesy, you need to let each party know that don't mess with each other. Like, yo, this person is going to be there. This person is going to be there. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to have people come over that don't really rock with each other. And then it's going to either be really awkward, or if they're gully, it's going to turn into something. And you don't want nobody tearing up your house, right? Because then you got to get involved, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And you're not doing this because you're scared of the people. By any means, you're not doing it because you're scared of anybody. You're simply doing it as a courtesy. Because look at it like this. Imagine if you were the person that didn't get along with whoever, and you got invited to somebody's spot. You go over there and you see this person there, and you're like, you could have told me, especially if I'm your friend, you could have told me that this person was going to be there. Because then it gives that person an opportunity to decide whether or not they want to continue and come to the party. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to put somebody on a spot, especially us. And you know what I mean when I say us, especially us, and you involve alcohol. Nah, I think you should definitely give people a heads up. I think you should 100% give people a heads up, because the situation could go left real quick. And then, you know, you have nobody to blame but yourself. You have nobody to blame but yourself. I was actually talking to people about that, and I would want to know. I would want to know if somebody was there. But at the same time, it would also, for me, it would also depend on who I've been friends with longer, as in terms of like who is going to get the invite and who's not. If I've been rocking with somebody heavy, let's say for instance, let's use Karen. Y'all don't know Karen is my best friend. We've been best friends since we was 12 years old. Let's say, well, first of all, Karen don't like nobody, so this situation is probably not the best to use as an example, but we're just going to use her anyway. Let's just say, you know, I'm having something at my crib, and I decide I want to introduce Karen, you know, to my new people, right? I already know how Karen is going to get down, because I just know Karen like the back of my hand. She will be cool. She will be cool, but she won't mean it. And I know that sounds really messed up, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth. But I would give her a heads up. I wouldn't just blindside her and we sitting there chilling, and then all of a sudden there's a knock at the door and then people are showing up. I just wouldn't do anything like that. Well, I got a DoorDash confirmation and I didn't order anything from DoorDash. I don't trust DoorDash because they be stealing your food. Sometimes, I'm not gonna say all. Let me fix that before somebody come at me. But yeah, so you want to let the people know like who all is going to be there. Give them a heads up, because not everybody has the right temperament to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it would depend on how long I know the person, who all is coming, who all is invited. And then another sticky situation is couples, right? Let's say you're friends with one of the couples, or one part of the couples, one half of the couple, 50% of the couple. You're friends with the dude in the couple, but you don't rock with his girl. Do you invite his girl? Because I feel like if you don't, it's gonna cause problems between them, because she's 100% gonna say, well, how are you invited? How you can go, but I can't go. And then if the dude decides to still go and she's not invited and he knows she's not invited, like she might look at it as like a betrayal. But then on the flip side, you might have a chick that is understanding and mature and was like, you know what, yeah, I get it, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. I mean, 90% of the time, that's not how it's going to go. I'm just kind of talking devil's advocate for those type of women that's out there. But what do you do in that situation? I feel like it's your house, it's your rules. You have the right to invite or not invite whoever you want, because it's your house. And if there's nothing wrong with that. And if people can't understand that, then that's a them problem. That's definitely not a you problem. And you shouldn't feel a way about it. I don't know. But me personally, nah, there's no way that I can invite anybody to my house that I know don't mess with me. What are you, crazy? Hell no. And for me, it's a multitude of reasons. But the biggest reason would be because I don't trust you. You feel me? Like, I don't trust you. I already have trust issues with a lot of people just in general, just off GP. But I can't see myself knowingly inviting Simba. I can't see myself knowingly inviting my enemy into my crib. And I understand they say keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I was just talking to Aaliyah about that the other day. That is good for certain situations, but when it comes to your home, you know, your serenity, your domicile, no. Because you never know what they're gonna do. They can mess with your car when you're not around. They could scope out your place, you know what I'm saying? When they come over and tell their friends you might get robbed. Like, it can just go to so many different levels, and a lot of people don't think that way. You gotta be very careful in who you let cross that threshold. I remember when I first moved into the spot that I'm in now, and I don't know if this did anything or didn't do anything, but somebody told me they was like, lay salt out by the door, right? Because that will ward off anybody that has like any ill will towards you, and they won't be able to cross your threshold. Now, I'm not saying that I believed it or didn't believe it. What I'm saying is I put that salt down. That's what I'm saying. And I don't know. I mean, in realism, obviously, a grain of salt or a line of salt is not going to stop somebody from walking into your house. Like, that's just not, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I was told. That's just what I was told. And then I had one of my friends, she went to India, and I love this eyeshadow, oh my gosh. And she bought me back this, what is it? The something eye, I forgot what it's called. I don't think it's the third eye. I don't think it's the eye that y'all think I'm talking about. It looks different. It looks like it, but it doesn't look like it, but maybe it is. And what you're supposed to do is, she said you're supposed to hang it by your front door. That way, kind of pretty much the same thing as the salt. You hang it there, and anybody that has any ill will towards you, they won't be able to enter and all of this. And see, I kind of low-key want to see what that looks like. Like, does it just clothesline you if you try to walk in? Like, what does it do? How does it stop you from just coming in? Like, how does that work? I'm very curious. Very curious. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll ever find out because, like I said, my circle is small. Small. So there's only a few select people that come to my crib. And for people that I do rock with, in case you're watching this and you haven't been to my crib yet, it's not because I don't trust you. It's just because the opportunity hasn't presented itself yet. So don't take it personally. But yeah. So that's you know, that's pretty much it from what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think of any more icks. I mean, the standard. We all have the standard. We don't like liars. I don't like liars. There's no point in you lying to me because I'm able to tell right off the bat if a person is full of crap. You know, and a lot of times I will choose to entertain it just because I don't have nothing else better to do. But I can tell when somebody's lying about something. And to me, it's just pointless. Like, the stuff that people choose to lie about is just so dumb to me. Like, it really is dumb. It's like, and then if you lie about some small stuff, you're going to definitely lie about some big stuff. You're definitely going to lie about some big stuff. So this was just a little quick chit chat. To talk about my ex. So thank you, Taya, for giving me that idea. Because I was going to get on here and talk about something else. But I was like, let me wait on that one. And I asked for some advice from my girls. And Taya was like, do your ex. I was like, I don't have any ex. And she was like, yes, you do. The chicken. You don't like your chicken. So when she said that, I died laughing. I was like, yeah, you're right about that. That is a huge deal to me. Oh my gosh. Please cook that chicken well. Make sure it's seasoned. And don't go nowhere where they got fake meat. I know a lot of y'all like fast food girlies, whatever. That's fine. But go to the fast food places that you know have real chicken. I mean, I can tell you right now, two off the top of my head, I already know, is McDonald's and Wendy's. That's not real chicken. And I'm talking about the nuggets. I'm not talking about the sandwiches because I don't really remember. It's been so long since I've been to either one. Actually, no. Wendy's changed as well. And they may come at me for this, but I don't think it's real chicken just because of the way it looks. If you have ever cooked yourself, like if you made a chicken sandwich or anything chicken and you cut chicken, you know how it looks on the inside. If it looks super perfect when you cut it or when you bite it, that's not chicken. It's not chicken. I'm sorry. It's something else, but it ain't chicken. I don't know what it is, but it's not chicken. It's not chicken. So do yourself a favor. Let's go into this new year. I know we say this every year, but let's really go into this new year trying to take care of ourselves a little bit more. Like trying to, you know, be cognizant of the stuff that we're putting into our bodies. I'm not saying give up your vices. If you vape, if you smoke, if you drink alcohol, whatever. I mean, listen, everything in moderation. I personally don't smoke. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I do is drink alcohol. But, you know, let's let's take care of ourselves a little bit more. Let's get into that gym. And I don't just mean get into the gym for the first week of January and then you don't go again. Mind you, this is coming from a person who hasn't been to the gym in like 2 months. However, I have a good reason. I twisted both my ankles, or I sprained both my ankles, so I couldn't work out. And I'm still going to physical therapy for them. So, but I'm about to start getting back in there because this sweatshirt used to fit me loose, and now she a little snug on you, girl. But yeah, so quick video. Just wanted to tell y'all what my X was. This is Vlogmas Day 20. I may or may not be back for Vlogmas Day 21 tomorrow, but I'm just letting y'all know I'm still here. I'm still rocking with y'all. And even if I don't post full videos, I'm still gonna throw up shorts. Y'all still gonna get the content. You know, it gotta feel natural. I don't wanna just get on here and just talk about nonsense. And I definitely knew that I didn't wanna talk about everything Christmas related because in my opinion, there's only so many things that you can talk about that's related to Christmas. At some point, we will wrap the gifts, but I haven't gotten there yet. So anyway, if you like this video, and especially if you made it all the way to the end of the video, do not forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'm gonna see y'all in my next one, whenever that is. Bye.